Admittedly, I had a different video planned for today, but one of the most historic NBA trades ever just went down. Kawhi Leonard was just traded to the Toronto Raptors for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, and a few picks. If you clicked on this video, I'm sure you're well aware that Kawhi Leonard won an NBA championship back in 2019 with the Toronto Raptors after being traded there, but this one feels a little bit different. Kawhi Leonard is returning to the Toronto Raptors after what's going to be considered a failure with the Los Angeles Clippers. During his time in LA, Kawhi dealt with injuries, scandals, and overall just chaos with the Clippers with the pandemic and just not really gelling fully with Paul George all the time. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you that Kawhi Leonard is an extremely good basketball player and is going to be a Hall of Famer. This Raptors team is completely different than what they had in 2019. When you look at the Raptors depth chart, obviously we can take Brandon Ingram and Grady Dick out of this, but this team isn't necessarily as talented as it was back in 2019, but there's a lot of really nice pieces on this team that will help Kawhi. Starting at the guard position, the Raptors have some nice young guards like Jamal Shead and Jacoby Walter. Immanuel Quickley also is on this team, and he serves as not only a primary ball handler, but someone that can create his own shot and can play off the ball and gives you that versatility. I'd imagine players like Elijah Martin, who's going into his sophomore season, is going to get a bigger role on this team, and I really do like him as a player. At Florida and FAU, he was this guy who plays with a ton of energy and can really do anything that you ask him to do. Their first round pick last year in Colin Murray-Boyles really had a great second half of his rookie season and played really well in the playoffs as well. And of course, when you're talking about the Raptors, you can't forget about Scotty Barnes, who is extremely versatile and has taken on this role of a point forward and can initiate your offense and plays amazing defense and is a good rebounder. I really am excited to see how he plays off Kawhi and vice versa. I think that natural fit between those two is going to work well just because both know how to handle the ball, both know how to play off the ball, and playing off each other I think is going to come seamless. And then of course there's RJ Barrett, who can make his own shot and shot create and create shots for others as well. When you have players on your team like RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley and Jamal Shead and Jacoby Walter, who showed flashes of being able to get to their own spot and make their own shot, having someone like Kawhi Leonard, who is a great shot creator not only for himself but for others, is going to be an extreme luxury for the Raptors. This is going to open up opportunities for other players. When we look at this pie chart of Kawhi Leonard's shot distribution, we see that it's a lot of mid-range and getting to the basket. And the reason that I'm bringing this up, and I think that it's important, is because he has this incredible ability to get to his spot, and he's so effective with his shot and so efficient that the defense has to collapse in on him. And this is going to open the floor for players like Immanuel Quickley and RJ Barrett. With all this being said, there's still some questions that the Raptors are going to have and some areas that they're going to need to address. Obviously, their big man depth is not the best in the league. Honestly, it's below average and it needs addressing, but I think they can do that in free agency, and with another trade, they could really land a solid big man that could lock down that starting center role. This is what happens when a team in your conference wins a championship and you have the opportunity to go get a talent like Kawhi Leonard. The New York Knicks won the championship, and now you're going to see teams in the East try to play catch up, and I'm really excited to see the Raptors make this move to get this Hall of Fame player back on their team. What's different about this time in Kawhi being on the Raptors is they have him for at least 2 years under contract. Last time when he got traded to the Raptors, everyone knew it was a rental. Everyone knew that he was going to be there for 1 year. Now, we didn't know he was going to win a championship in that year, but we knew he was going to be there and leave in the offseason and likely go to either the Lakers or the Clippers. This allows the Raptors to build around Kawhi. You don't know how many more years he's going to play. He's 35, going on 36 next offseason, and he's had health concerns, and he's played with injuries, and he's sat out with injuries. So you don't necessarily know how much longer you have him, but this still gives you a window to build around him a little bit more. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Kawhi Leonard could win another championship with the Raptors?